Hello guys and welcome back. So if if I haven't filmed in a while, and I haven't filmed in like a week or 2 weeks, once I start facing the camera again, I start to experience this camera shyness and all that stuff. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So if this is your first time on my channel, you're most definitely welcome. Please take a second to subscribe to my channel. Right below this video you're going to the subscribe icon, click on it and to get subscribed straight away. So have you done it? All right, thank you very much. And to my returning subscribers, guys, I love you all so very much. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. So going on to the video of today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this truckles wig I have on my head. Guys, I absolutely love this hair. This will be the first time I would have such look on, and I don't even know, it beat my expectation. Honestly, it really did. And I'm noticing a pattern here. Like, I'm beginning to share a lot of first with you guys, and I don't understand. I don't understand. Like the last 2 or 3 videos I did where I had an auto ponytail on, I told you guys that was the first time I would have such look on, and that was really the first time. And when I even say first time, I don't mean like, you know, that period, the first time. No, I mean like I'm putting it on for the first time in front of the camera. Like, you guys watching me put it on is actually the first time I would put on, or I would have such a look. You get what I'm trying to say? So this is the first time I would have. So I made this wig, but this is the first time I would, you know, put it on and see how it fits and all that stuff. So it's an A+ for me, guys. It's absolutely an A+. And guess what? It takes less than an hour to make. Really easy, super easy. But here's the thing, it's really tricky. So do not think, oh, it's easy. Okay, I'm just going to do. Yes, it's actually easy, but it could be tricky. But not to worry, I'm going to, you know, show a very detailed tutorial on everything, you know, show you guys what to not do and stuff like that, so you don't find yourself making mistakes. Like, I actually got hooked at a point making the wig, and I was like, I don't understand what is happening. This hair is supposed to be easy. Hello, it's supposed to be easy, but here I am. Here I am sewing, losing. So I'm going to, you know, relate all the mistakes with you guys, so you guys don't find yourselves making such mistakes. So it's just going to be a straight thing for you all. You get what I'm trying to say? So that is that. You're not. That is that. Enough of my talking. I think I've spoken so much. Let's get straight into the video, guys. So initially I wanted to go with this recap to use in making the wig, but on a second thought I decided against it because I felt this cap would not stand the test of time, and if I know what's happening, the wig will not be usable anymore. So I decided to go with the wig cap I usually use in most of my videos, which you guys know me with already, and this is it here. So, you know, the next thing is to obviously make sure your cap is in place, secure it with needles. And here is the hair I'm using. I'm using Xpression Multi, this brown color 27, and I'm using the same color of thread as well, so that everything is going to blend. So I started by passing my needle under the wig cap first of all, so the knot part of the thread isn't going to show, that it's going to be under the wig cap. And then I started sewing. But here's the thing about this sewing method, it's kind of tricky. When I started, please take note of the way I started sewing. Like, I was sewing it in a way the thread was going to show on the body. So, you know, just take note. I'm trying to pass a message here. I was sewing, you know, basically I was sewing it in a way the thread was going to show. And after, you know, going a little, I realized I didn't want the thread to show. So I started sewing it the way, you know, one would sew their weave-on wig, but without tying it. You know, when you're sewing weave-on wig, you sew it this way, you pass it through the weave-on, and then knot it or tie it, whichever word you like to use. But here I was sewing it like I would sew a weave-on wig or a weave-on in general, without the knotting, so that the thread doesn't show. And I was doing it because after making this hair, one might decide to not want to have it hairy and all that stuff. One might just want it to have this very smooth look it has. So I decided to sew it in a way the thread wasn't going to show. So now I've explained how I sewed the hair and why I did so. I should also point out something as important as the direction my needle faces as I'm sewing. As you can see, the needle is facing the direction the hair is facing. The hair is presently facing our left and the needle is sewing towards the direction of our left. When we turn and the hair starts to face towards our right, the needle will equally start sewing towards our right. The reason behind this is, ordinarily when we are sewing a weave on, we just catch the hair and, the needle goes upwards. Now we don't want that in this case because we want the hair to be as close to themselves as possible. So if we sew upwards the way we usually sew weave on, it will leave so much space, and that is not what we want. So that's why the needle is on the same level as the hair and moving in a slant direction, so there is no space left in between the hair. Then at this point here where you are trying to join two of the hairs together, you try and sew very well. Like when you sew to the front, you come back and sew to the back again to make sure you really tacked it. If you notice, I went back, I'm coming front again. You get that kind of stuff to make sure where they are meeting, it's really strong enough. And like I said earlier, you can see my thread is moving towards the direction the hair is moving. You see presently now, the needle and the thread is going towards the left, and the needle is on the same line with the hair. If I wasn't, being particular about the movement of the needle and where the needle is going towards, I'll find the hairs separate from themselves. Like the space between the hairs will be so much, and we don't want that. We want the hairs to be as close to themselves as possible. So I, just continued sewing, kept moving on, kept turning and moving up and up till I got to this point. And here guys, as you can see, I'm attaching a net to the crown area of the wig cap because this is where my part is going to be, and I want the part to look as natural as possible to really blend with my skin. So after sewing it, I'm going to cut off the under part of it. That's the wig cap that is under the net I have sewn. I'm going to cut that part off. And here we have it guys, I have my closure area ready. And this is the point where I create the wig part. Now, when making a bend, it could be helpful to tack the hair on top with the one below so that the bend is well formed and well defined. So now I'm done sewing. You guys can see the thread is well hidden. So for those who might want to have the hair like this, they could just go ahead and tack the lines together, just in case there are little spaces between them. Tack them together. If you can put another strand of hair in between, if there's any space that is too much, you can put another strand of hair, fine. If not, just do a little tacking, and the tacking will also be good for the part area. It will help to make the part more defined. So here I'm cutting the hairs at the bending point. Now I'm also being very careful not to cut any thread. I'm only cutting the hair. After I'm done cutting the hair, I'll equally brush them out, which you're going to see in a little bit. As I brush, I'm placing my hand on the end to support the hair so that the brushing is not too hard and it doesn't affect the other parts of the hair. Like, my only focus is at the edges. I'm just brushing the edges and holding the other parts of the hair so the brushing doesn't affect them. So at this stage, one can decide they are good to go, put their wig on, and they're done. But I felt I wanted, that jerry coil, straw coil kind of look, hairy and all that stuff. But before I could achieve that, I needed to go back and work on the sewing again. Then I was particular about the thread not showing. So the way I sewed it, if I was going to transform it the way I wanted to transform it, hairy, coily, more coily and all that stuff, it wouldn't have really worked. It wouldn't have worked in the sense that the hair would probably have been losing. So I went back and sewed the way I started sewing at the very beginning. If you remember when I pointed out, when I asked you guys to take note of the sewing at the very beginning, I'm sewing exactly the way I did then, and as you can see, the thread is showing. But I'm not bothered because I'm still going to do it in a way it's not going to matter. So here I am trying to give it that jerry coil, really, really hairy kind of look, and I'm using a brush here. Now, if I'd done this without doing this other sewing again, the hair would have really been coming out. But as you can see, I have the brush on the hair and the hair is still on the wig cap. So I'm just going to go on with my brushes and try and brush the hairs out. This takes a little bit of time, so one will just have to be patient because you don't want to rush it and then spoil the hair. I use two type of brushes. This one I was using to pick out the hairs, and then the other regular beard brush, I was just using it to, basically I was just trying to get the hairs out, as you guys can see. So this is me trying on the wig for the first time after making it, and I'm also applying my powder on the closure area so it blends perfectly well with my skin tone. Another thing I'm doing is I'm brushing out the hairs, like I'm basically trying to have it set on me. So I'm brushing out the edges, I'm also brushing out the body of the hair. I'm trying to put it in place before I go on to the next step. The next step I talked of earlier is to spray got2b spray on the edges. I forgot to spray at the back, but well, I wouldn't make that mistake again. At least I'm letting you guys know so you also don't make that mistake. I forgot to spray at the back. So after spraying it, I would scarf it, tie my scarf over and give it some minutes depending on how much time you have. And this is it, guys. Look at how well laid it is on me. Like, I can't even believe it. I was wowed by the outcome, honestly. Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you? Are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is exciting. Alright guys, so that's that for the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That's if you didn't do so earlier. Subscribe now and you're done with that. Till my next video, stay blessed, stay out of trouble, stay safe, stay beautiful, stay happy, stay healthy. I love you all as always. Bye bye.